Now, Flay, I want to talk to you about. I think it's when it comes to different religions. I don't think we're really tackling it as far as our apologetics. I think our apologetics is kind of limited. Like, I would like to hear some albums maybe addressing Islam, or maybe some albums addressing like black apologetics, like issues that are unique to the urban ministry and equipping the saints in that sense. So I want to get like your opinion. Like, I think a lot of people appreciate your music because you tackle a lot of different topics and talk about things that are not talked about a lot in Christian hip hop. So why do you think some albums seem to be a little bit limited in the topics?
Yeah. I think, man, like some people have different goals. Like some people's goals are they want to make albums filled with radio-friendly music. Okay. Some people want to make music that's raw, underground, and the dudes that are true to the hip-hop culture can respect. Mm-hmm. And then you got the people who they may want to do a little bit of both. So as you ask each artist, like, what's their goal and what they're doing, everybody has a different take. But I've just chosen to look at it as, like, I'm trying to paint a holistic picture, much like the scriptures of what's going on in our world. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, that's what we're confronted with, especially if you grew up in the hood. Like, it's all kind of little sects and little black power movements and pseudo-Christian movements. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And those are things that need to be addressed. So I do think it's a need for cats to start speaking on that stuff. And man, that's kind of the heart behind Clearsight Music, that you be able to provide other resources that will serve the body. You know what I mean? So we would love to tackle the whole album and curriculum and DVD on a subject like that. You know what I mean? Where churches can use it, they can be schooled on what these dudes teaching in the prisons. You know what I mean?
Right.
What cats teaching off in somebody's crib in the hood, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we could be schooled on that we can minister to them cats with love and with respect, you know what I mean? But doing it with truth and with boldness. Right. So there's definitely a need for that. That's a good question, man.
I guess part of the concern for some would be that it won't sell. Like, you know, they would say, well, that's important, but hey, people are not gonna buy it, and you know, I got to put my money and my time into that. So, you know, I mean, it's important, but hey, you know, I gotta eat.
That's great, bro. And that's all I'm saying. Like, it would be, and that doesn't have to be a person's only forte. Like, if you can provide, like, every now and then you throw out something like that in the midst of what you're doing. So, you know, you got cats doing it already. Cats doing mixtapes, then they'll release an album. You know, how about doing something like that? Then release your album. You know what I mean? So you don't have to make that your only identity, but you know what I mean. So I think we can prioritize it if we see the need, and hopefully we'll see that need more and more. Yep.
All right, I want to get into one of the biggest criticisms that people have about you, and it seems to be the issue of Flame sounds like such and such secular rapper. I give like on that cross, like a lot of people, and even when I heard, I'll be honest with you, the first person I thought of was 50 Cent. Like, this sounds like a 50 Cent track. Some people say like you had the Busta Rhymes flow, those types of things. I want to know, like, what is like your, I guess, philosophy towards hip hop, like towards originality? Like, is this intentional or just a coincidence, or what is that?
Yeah. I think it's a few things, man. The first thing is, biblically, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So whatever you're hearing is not original by any means. Somebody's already done it. Someone's done it like that before, no matter how original you think you sound. The second thing is, every artist is a collaboration of all the artists he's ever liked. But you can't escape that. So all the dudes you grew up listening to, you know what I mean, you sitting in front of the radio, you recording, you know what I'm saying? In St. Louis, it was Magic 108. You record Magic 108 with your cassette tape, listen to songs over and over. Like, you just are a collaboration of all them dudes.
Okay.
Now, I do think it's a fine line, you know what I mean? Like, between biting and and borrowing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm not guilty of biting at any point in my music ministry. But what I comfort my conscience with is the fact that I'm not defined by sounding like anybody. Like if you get any of my albums collectively, you're going to say Flame sounds like Flame. But if ever you hear me on a specific song sounding like a certain person, then that's just something Flame did in that instance. But collectively, you know, my fans are like, man, this dude has a unique sound. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I feel comfortable with, and so I think it works, man. I think it definitely works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, that's a good question. Definitely a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
The last thing I was gonna say too, it's funny too, like when people say, like I don't sound like this, that, and the other, but it's like if you go back and get my first music, before I met CMR, like when me and JR first hooked up, like I got a song. It was called it's called I think it was what's the name of it, Any Place. But anyway, the hook was like, is there anything in life that you would live for? Anything in life that you would die for? I know you got one life to live, and all you want to do is survive. So, like, I'm singing, I'm doing harmonies on that thing, and this was before Ja Rule came out, before 50 Cent came out, all that. So if you go back and hear my first stuff, and you hear my stuff now, like most of the dudes that's been following me from day one, they don't hear the big difference. They just hear, okay, Nelly popped on the scene, 50 Cent popped on the scene, Ja Rule popped on the scene, and then they'll try to fit me with what's carrying. You know what I mean? But dudes that's been following me from the jump, they like, oh, that's Flame. Like, Flame been doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable.
Okay. Can you plug your album, man, as we close out?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man, excited about this album, man. Captured, man. Just the Lord just put a lot on my heart, man. It's coming out December 28th. Cats can pre-order right now if they want. Go to clearsightmusic.com. That site, SIGHT. Hit your boy up. Twitter, you know what I mean, .com/flame314 or twitter.com/clearsightmusic. Get at your boy, man. We want to love to collaborate with cats and spread the gospel.
No doubt. This is your boy Roz here with Proceed with Caution blog. Kobe Sutz, and I'm out.